Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today, I have an amazing story for you. A story that will make your heart beat fast and your eyes light up. Imagine a rich man who had all the money in the world, but felt very lonely inside. Now imagine that this lonely millionaire decides to go to his old school reunion. But here is the twist. He does not go alone. He brings his assistant with him. Everybody's friends start laughing when they hear an assistant is coming to the reunion. But then something incredible happens when she walks in. Her entrance shocks everyone and shows them that true greatness comes from within. Stay with me as we tell the story of a lonely millionaire. Took his assistant to a reunion. Friends laughed until she walked in and shocked all. Let me begin with Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris was a man who worked very hard and earned a lot of money. He had a huge mansion, a fast sports car, and many wonderful things. But even though he had everything he ever dreamed of, Mr. Harris felt an empty space in his heart. He did not have many close friends, and his long days at the office left him feeling truly alone. Every morning, Mr. Harris would leave his big house and go to his busy office. There he had a very special person who was always by his side. Lily, his friendly assistant. Lily was not just an employee. She was kind, very smart, and always knew how to fix problems, no matter how big or small. She reminded Mr. Harris that there is more to life than money, and sometimes a gentle smile can make even the toughest day bright. Even on cloudy days, Lily's kind words helped him smile. You see, even the richest person in the world can feel lonely if he does not have someone who truly cares about him. Mr. Harris was that rich man, and Lily was the one person who made his busy world brighter. Today, we will see how both of their lives changed forever at one simple, unforgettable reunion. One bright morning, Mr. Harris received an invitation in his thick envelope. The invitation was from his old school, inviting him to a class reunion. He remembered the days when he used to run in the playground, share secrets in the classroom, and laugh with his friends. The thought of meeting old friends made his heart flutter with both excitement and worry. What if they did not like him now? Mr. Harris thought a lot about whether he should go alone or bring someone with him. His eyes wandered to Lily, who was always there, quietly working and smiling kindly. Lily, he said, will you come with me? I want someone by my side who understands me and helps me feel brave. Lily smiled warmly and nodded. She knew this was a big moment for Mr. Harris, and she wanted to help him feel happy and normal again. As the day of the reunion grew closer, Mr. Harris spent many quiet evenings getting ready. He practiced what he would say to his old friends in the mirror. He chose a neat suit, polished his shoes until they shined like the stars, and made sure his skin looked bright and fresh. Meanwhile, Lily helped him pick a nice shirt and even gave him little pointers on how to speak with confidence. She reminded him that when you speak with kindness and honesty, your words shine brighter than any suit or tie. At the same time, Lily was also busy. During the daytime, between answering phone calls and sending emails, she read books about technology and learned new ways to help Mr. Harris's business run faster. She believed that even small ideas can change big worlds, just like a brave little seed growing into a tall, strong tree. Lily knew that she might have a chance to show everyone that what she did was important and that her ideas were smart and helpful. Little did anyone know, today would be the day she would light up the room in a way no one expected. When the invitation news reached Mr. Harris's old school friends, many of them started to whisper and laugh among themselves. They thought, look, Mr. Harris has brought his assistant to the reunion. What does that even mean? Some of the friends laughed softly and even made jokes like, maybe she can only bring him coffee and toast. They did not truly know Lily, and they did not see the long hours she spent studying hard ideas or the nice way she always helped others. Even though the friends laughed, Mr. Harris tried hard to remain brave. Deep down, he felt a little sting in his heart. They do not understand, he thought. They judge too quickly. Lily is much more than anyone thinks. But he also hoped that when everyone got to know Lily, they would see the smart and creative person that she really was. It is a funny thing, isn't it? Often people laugh at things that seem unusual to them, just like when you see something new in your playground and you laugh because you do not know what it is. But sometimes that new thing turns out to be wonderful, a secret waiting to be discovered. The long-awaited day finally arrived. Mr. Harris and Lily drove in Mr. Harris's shiny fancy car to the reunion hall. As they entered, the room was filled with colorful lights and big banners that said, "Welcome, old friends." Old class photos showed children with bright smiles, and gentle music played in the background. The hall smelled of sweet cakes and warm memories. Mr. Harris walked slowly, feeling both nervous and excited. He could hear friendly voices talking and laughing about school days. But as soon as everyone's eyes fell on Lily, some of the friends burst out in laughter. They thought, is that really his date? Just his assistant? Their laughter was like a sudden gust of wind that made some people giggle, while others frowned in disbelief. Mr. Harris felt his heart sink for a second, but he looked at Lily. She smiled gently as if to say, trust me, everything will be okay. And that smile was as bright as sunshine breaking through gray clouds. It was clear that Lily had her own plan, a plan to show everyone she was more than what anyone had mocked. Suddenly the music stopped, and a soft hush fell over the room. In the corner of the hall there was a small stage with a single microphone. Lily stepped forward confidently and climbed on the stage. The room grew so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. Everyone was curious. What was Lily about to say? Lily looked out at the crowd and began in a clear, friendly voice. Hi, everyone. My name is Lily, and I have worked with Mr. Harris for many years. I am not just an assistant. I am a friend, a helper, and someone who believes that even small ideas can change big worlds. Her words were simple, but they carried a deep meaning. She told a short story about her childhood. When I was little, I once fixed a broken toy for my friend. That small act of kindness made me believe that every person can make a difference. She continued, I learned that technology can help us work better. Like when you use a calculator for math, it makes numbers easier to understand. Mr. Harris trusted me with many hard jobs, and I learned a lot about making things work quickly and well. I want to show everyone that help comes in many forms. I believe that caring, learning, and sharing ideas are gifts that we all have, no matter what our job title is. As she spoke, the faces of Mr. Harris's old friends began to change. Their laughter faded away, and their eyes shone with curiosity and respect. One friend leaned forward, whispering to another, I never knew an assistant could speak so beautifully. Another friend said quietly, I was wrong to laugh. There is a brave heart right here. Lily's words filled the hall. She told the audience, every day I help Mr. Harris not only with his work, but also with finding new ideas that make his business better. I sometimes use computers to help solve problems. Just like how you use a pencil to draw a picture, I use technology to help make big ideas come true. I believe that every idea, no matter how small, has the power to change worlds if we care for it and work with it. She paused and smiled as she remembered a funny story. Once, when I was learning to use a new computer program, I made a silly mistake and printed out a page filled with funny symbols. I felt embarrassed, but Mr. Harris told me, every mistake is a chance to learn something new. So I laughed with him and learned even more. Her voice had a friendly, warm tone that made everyone feel at ease. This simple story, filled with humor and honesty, showed that mistakes are just stepstones to success. The older friends who had once sneered at her for being just an assistant now began to see that Lily had spirit and intelligence. They started nodding and smiling, learning that no one should be judged by their job or what others expect from them. One friend stood up and said in a soft voice, I used to think assistants only brought coffee, but today, watching you speak, I see that you are a leader with a big heart and clever ideas. That quiet moment in the room was like the end of a long winter. Finally, the warm spring of understanding had come. After Lily finished her speech, Mr. Harris took a deep breath. With warm eyes full of gratitude, he walked up to the microphone on the stage. My dear friends, he began, today is a very special day. For a long time, I have felt lonely, even with all the money in the world. But I learned that true wealth is not about how much you have in your bank account. He paused to let his words sink in. He continued, I have learned that wealth is also in the friendships that we share, in the kindness we show, and in the moments that make us feel alive. Lily is not just my helper. She is my friend, my guide. And today she has shown us all that true greatness comes from the heart. I am proud and lucky to have her. Let us all take a moment to learn from her example. Never judge someone by what you see on the outside, but look deep into their heart. The room was silent once again as Mr. Harris's heartfelt words filled every corner. Soon there were soft claps and warm cheers. Mr. Harris's old school friends began to approach him and Lily. They talked about the old days, admitted their silly mistakes in laughing too soon, and promised to be kinder from now on. In that moment, the reunion was no longer just a gathering. It became a celebration of change, respect, and new beginnings. As the evening went on, people began to share their own little stories. One friend said, when I was young, I thought that only the loud and flashy were important. But tonight I learned that the quiet ones might have the brightest minds. Another added, I used to believe that a person's job tells you all about them. Now I see that it is the heart behind that job that matters most. The reunion was filled with laughter again, but this time it was laughter of joy and understanding. People discussed how technology could help, how even small ideas can change things, and how every person, whether rich or poor, important or quiet, holds a piece of magic. Lily's words reminded everyone that even a small seed, if watered with care, can grow into a mighty tree that provides shade and comfort for all. This night taught everyone in the room a very important lesson. Never judge a person quickly. Just like a book with a plain cover might hold the most exciting story, every person has a hidden treasure inside. And if you are kind and patient, you will soon see just how amazing people truly are. So here's a little funny thought. Think about someone saying, I always thought assistants just made sandwiches or fetch coffee. Then suddenly, that same person tells you about a time when an assistant saved his business with a smart idea. Like when you are drawing a picture and suddenly realize you need a special color you never used before. That surprise makes you laugh and learn something new at the same time. Lily even shared a few small tech tips during her talk. Using a computer, she said simply, is like having a smart friend who helps you solve puzzles. For example, if you want to add numbers faster, you can use a calculator. In the same way, I help Mr. Harris use a computer to sort his work so he can spend more time smiling and caring for others. She explained this in such a way that everyone, even those who never used a computer much, felt they could learn something new. It was a reminder that technology is simple when you break it down into small, friendly steps. Everyone laughed at her little analogy about computers and pizza, because who does not love a good pizza story? In this way, the technical world was made as clear as a sunny day, and even people who were not good with gadgets left feeling a little smarter. It was a night of sharing, learning, and laughter. The kind of night that reminds us that learning new things can be fun if we look at it with open hearts. As the end of the night neared, Mr. Harris and his friends gathered in a warm circle. They talked about the old days, the silly laughs, and the surprising changes that had taken place. Mr. Harris realized that his life was no longer lonely. He had learned that sometimes it takes one brave assistant to show everyone what truly matters in life. Lily became a shining light in the room, a symbol that every person has a hidden strength and wisdom. The reunion ended with hugs, promises to meet again, and a newfound respect for people of all backgrounds. Many of Mr. Harris's old friends promised themselves that next time they would be kinder and more open-minded, and they all agreed that life was much richer when you do not judge someone by a simple label. In that joyful moment, the hall glowed with warmth, just like the gentle sunrise after a long, dark night. The story of Mr. Harris and Lily taught everyone that it is the heart and soul of a person that truly matters, not their title or their job. And so the reunion did more than just bring people together. It changed hearts and opened eyes to the beauty of understanding and kindness. And now, my dear friends, if you enjoyed this story, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt stories that inspire you to be kind and brave. Also, check out the video on the end screen titled How Simple Acts Can Change the World to learn even more amazing lessons. Remember, every one of us has a special gift hidden inside, just waiting for the chance to shine. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Until then, keep smiling, keep helping, and always listen with your heart.